All right, so today we are going way back
Oh, yeah.
to 1975 to talk about a book that had a huge impact on
Okay.
how people dress for work.
I'm intrigued.
It's called Dress for Success by John T. Molloy.
Mm-hmm.
You might have heard of it.
I have, yeah. I mean, I think it was a big deal, right?
Huge, and for good reason.
Yeah.
It basically told people, that what you wear to work really, truly, seriously matters.
Okay.
But what makes it so fascinating
Yeah.
is that Molloy, he didn't just give his fashion opinions.
Oh,
He actually went out and he did research. He
interesting.
did real-world testing
Okay.
to figure out how clothing impacts how we see people.
So it wasn't just, some arbitrary style guide. It was actually based on, like, data.
Exactly. It's almost
Yeah.
like he approached clothing like it was a science.
Yeah. I mean, so many style guides are just, like, someone's opinion,
Right.
but to actually test it,
Yeah.
that's kind of revolutionary.
Absolutely. Like he sent actors out into real-world situations like banks and offices
oh.
dressed in different outfits. And then he'd observe people's reactions.
And just see how they responded to each outfit. That's clever.
So smart.
Yeah.
And this whole approach gave his advice, a real authority.
I can imagine, because it's like,
Yeah.
here's proof, right?
Yeah.
This isn't just my opinion. This is what actually happens.
Exactly. So one of the, I think, most famous takeaways from the book is this idea
Yeah.
of dressing like you already have the job you want.
Okay.
Now, I have to say, when I first heard this, I was like, really?
Yeah, it sounds a little, fake it till you make it, sort of. But
Yeah.
there's got to be more to it.
Right. But the more I've thought about it, the more I'm like,
Yeah.
it's all about this psychology of first impressions.
Exactly. Because, we make judgments about
Yeah.
people based on their appearance all the time, whether we're conscious of it or not. It's human nature.
Absolutely.
And Molloy's work just shows how powerful those visual cues can be, especially in the workplace.
Yep. So, for example, he found that if you wear a suit,
Yeah.
even if it's like a nicer suit than what your current position, would require,
Okay.
it can actually signal to other people that you are ambitious, that you're capable, and that you're ready for more responsibility.
So it's like you're projecting this image of, hey, I'm ready for that next step. I'm already thinking like I'm there.
Yeah, exactly.
That sense.
Almost like you're sending a visual message about where you want to go in your career.
I like it.
So, if you're thinking about going for a promotion,
Yeah.
maybe dust off that suit. It can really project this image of authority
Yeah.
and competence.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now what I really find fascinating is that Molloy,
Yeah.
he wasn't just about promoting conformity or, fitting in.
Right.
He actually was very aware of, especially in the 70s, the challenges faced by women
Mm-hmm.
and by minorities
All right.
in the workplace.
Because it was a totally different world back then.
Totally different.
Especially for women trying to, climb that corporate ladder.
Absolutely. And he acknowledged that clothing could be both a tool
Yeah.
and a barrier,
Okay.
depending on how you used it.
That's really insightful.
And so it wasn't just about looking the part.
Yeah.
But it was really about using what you wore
Yeah.
to overcome these barriers.
Yeah.
And to
Smart.
project this image of success, regardless of those societal expectations.
So it was really about empowerment through clothing, especially for like women and minorities who weren't always taken seriously in those positions.
Right. And it was so influential,
Yeah.
Dress for Success, that it actually led to the Women's Dress for Success book just a couple years later,
Wow.
specifically to address these unique challenges women were facing.
That's amazing. So it's like it sparked a whole movement.
Totally.
And, obviously fashion changes, right? What we consider power dressing today might be different than what Molloy envisioned.
Oh, yeah. I mean, think about those wide lapels,
That's a shoulder pad.
giant
Yeah.
shoulder pads.
Right. We're not exactly rocking those looks today.
No, but the core principles are just as relevant.
Okay.
That idea of making a good first impression
Yeah.
and dressing with purpose.
Mm-hmm.
That matters now more than ever.
So if we take away the specific styles of the 70s, right?
Yeah.
And think about the bigger picture.
Yeah.
What does dressing for success even mean to you?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Especially today, Our workplaces are so different.
Totally.
You've got, remote work.
Yeah.
Casual Fridays are every day now.
Yeah, I mean, what does it even mean to dress for success?
Yeah.
When success itself looks so different for everybody?
Exactly.
That is a great question for everyone to think about.
I think Molloy's book really gives us a great, start point for
Yeah.
thinking about how we can use clothing strategically
Yeah.
to achieve our goals.
It makes you think.
Definitely makes you think.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into Dress for Success.
Thanks for having me.
It's been really fun.
It has.
I love these old books that, like, they still have something to teach us today,
Oh, absolutely.
even if the styles have changed.
The psychology hasn't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I'll see you next time.
Sounds good.
All right, bye.